सो हाय एवरीवन। आज है 29 तारीख, मई का महीना एंड गुरुवार का दिन, एक्सपायरी सेशन ऑफ द वीक एंड ऑफ द मंथ ऑल्सो। देखो आज के दिन प्रॉब्लम क्या आ रही है कि मार्केट इज ओपनिंग गैप अप, ठीक है। गैप अप दैट टू विच लिटिल बिट ऑफ गैप अप, नॉट दैट मच, लेकिन हाँ गैप अप तो है। सो मार्केट इज गिविंग ओपनिंग नियर अराउंड दिस। So I'm expecting market to just make a red candle with the opening so that we can hold our option selling position, which is this one, जो कि हमने ओवरनाइट कैरी किया था। नो डाउट इसमें लॉस हमारा डिफाइंड है, बट स्टिल आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग अ नेगेटिव साइड ऑफ मूव फ्रॉम द मार्केट, जस्ट बिकॉज टू सी के देखो यहाँ पर चीजें थोड़ी सिंपल हो जाती है अगर हम मार्केट का साइकोलॉजी समझने की कोशिश करें। यहाँ पर जो भी सेल करके बैठे होंगे, दे माइट हैव गॉट एग्जिटेड फ्रॉम दिस बिकॉज ऑफ दिस काइंड ऑफ मूव। अगर नहीं, छोटे मोटे जो सेलर्स होंगे वो निकल गए होंगे डेफिनेटली, बिकॉज इट हैज डन अ ग्रेट, मतलब ये एक अच्छी रैली करती करी थी मार्केट में विद द एंडिंग आवर्स। इसका मतलब कहीं ना कहीं लोग रेस को कैरी नहीं करेंगे। यहाँ पर भी कल के दिन कॉल एंड बोथ बायर्स एंड सेलर्स बोथ मार्केट में बैठे होंगे, ठीक है। बट व्हाट प्रॉब्लम इज कि मार्केट इज कीप गैप गिविंग गैप ओपनिंग हियर। अगर ग्रीन कैंडल बनाता है, देन दे विल स्टार्ट एग्जिटिंग, द सेलर्स विल स्टार्ट एग्जिटिंग। तो उसमें हमें थोड़ी सी ट्रबल हो सकती है, लेकिन आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग कि जो ग्रीन कैंडल है उसका फिर रिवर्सल हो जाए या फिर वो नेगेटिव बन जाए। रीजन, क्योंकि अगर ओवरऑल आप ट्रेंड को अगर एनालाइज करो, हाली टाइम फ्रेम पे मैं आपको एक चीज बताता हूँ। देखो ये जो है, दिस इज द एंटायर बाइंग स्विंग और मार्केट यहाँ पर 50% एरिया के आसपास है। मतलब ये जो टोटल स्विंग का 60%, 60 to 50% मार्केट ने रिट्रेसमेंट ऑलरेडी कर दिया, बार बार उसी लेवल को टेस्ट कर रहा है। इसका मतलब कहीं ना कहीं प्राइसेस वीक हो चुके हैं। तो उसके बेसिस पे हम लोग एक ब्रेकडाउन एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं मार्केट में। और एक चीज, जो भी हैमर मार्केट ने एक बनाया था डेली टाइम फ्रेम पे, इफ यू लुक एट दिस, इस हैमर का जो अपर साइड कंटिन्यूशन होना था, which is on the weekly time frame, I may show you that। देखो ये जो वीकली टाइम फ्रेम पे एक हैमर बना था, हैमर इन द सेंस एक अच्छा सा रिजेक्शन कैंडल बना था मार्केट में, उसका एक कंटिन्यूएशन नहीं हो सका मार्केट में। मार्केट ने ब्लफ किया हाई ब्रेक करने के बाद। उसके बाद कंटिन्यूएशन एक कहाँ पर एक्सपेक्टेड है? ऑब्वियसली डाउन साइड पर कंटिन्यूएशन एक्सपेक्टेड है। क्यों? क्योंकि मार्केट ने ऑलरेडी जो सेलर्स थे उनको, जो बायर्स थे उनको ट्रैप, इट हैज डन ऑलरेडी, राइट। सो यहाँ पर डाउन साइड का एक्सपेक्टेड तो है डेफिनेटली मार्केट में। बट देखो फिर के हिसाब से भी अगर हम यूज करें उसको, जस्ट अ मिनट लेट मी शो यू। तो यहाँ से यहाँ तक का एक बाइंग साइड का नो डाउट मूव आया था मार्केट में, और उसके हिसाब से देखो मार्केट कहाँ पर है। दिस इज समवेयर क्लोज टू द 60% एरिया ऑफ द एंटायर बाइंग स्विंग, है ना। तो कहीं ना कहीं जो बायर्स होंगे वो मार्केट से निकल गए होंगे। तो डाउन साइड मोमेंटम कैसे पॉसिबल है? इफ यू आर आस्किंग मी कैसे पॉसिबल है, दिस इज नॉट कंप्लीटली कि बायर्स यहाँ पर निकल गए होंगे। क्यों? क्योंकि ओवरऑल ट्रेंड जो है वो बाइंग ट्रेंड है, बहुत दिनों से मार्केट ऊपर जा रहा है। तो कहीं ना कहीं एक रिट्रेसमेंट में लोग बाय करने के लिए सोचेंगे ही। आज के दिन भी अगर यहाँ पर बाइंग साइड का मूव दिखाता है मार्केट, सो 50 to 60% एरिया के क्योंकि आसपास है, तो डेफिनेटली रिटेलर विल थिंक ऑफ बाइंग देयर। सो दैट्स व्हाई आई एम थिंकिंग कि नहीं, एक डाउन साइड का मोमेंटम और पेंडिंग है। और एक चीज, मार्केट बार बार अपने लोज को टेस्ट क्योंकि कर रहा है, सो ब्रेकडाउन एक एक्सपेक्टेड रहेगा यहाँ से। So let's see. I am not planning for going any kind of option buying position today. Just मुझे इसको मैनेज करना है अच्छे से, and I will be updating you how this trade goes around when market opens. Let me delete all of this. So let's see how this how the opening of market becomes. देखो हाँ, बैंक निफ्टी में और एक चीज देखो, बैंक निफ्टी ऑलरेडी थोड़ा बुलिश था, इसमें 150 पॉइंट का और गैप अप है। सो अगर 150 पॉइंट का गैप अप होता है तो यहाँ पर कहीं ओपन होगा। तो यहाँ पर कहीं ओपन होगा तो यहाँ पर जो भी छोटे मोटे सेलर्स 500 का रेजिस्टेंस लगा के बैठे होंगे वो लोग भागना स्टार्ट करेंगे। क्या यहाँ पर अपर साइड सेलर ज्यादा बैठे होंगे? आप लोग खुद बताओ इतनी बड़े बाइंग मूव के बाद। डेफिनेटली नॉट। तो यहाँ पर जो सेलर्स अगर छोटे मोटे भाग गए तो उसके बाद क्या मोमेंटम पॉसिबल है? डेफिनेटली फिर से सेलिंग साइड का मोमेंटम पॉसिबल होगा, है ना, क्योंकि ऊपर ऊपर के साइड देयर इज नो अबव सेलर्स रेसन, राइट। डाउन साइड होंगे, डाउन साइड क्यों होंगे, क्योंकि द ओवरऑल ट्रेंड इज ऑन टू द बाइंग साइड, राइट। सो आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग अ डाउन साइड मूव ओनली टुडे। आई विल बी वेटिंग बिफोर क्लोजिंग। देखो मैं क्लोजिंग तो नहीं करूंगा पोजीशन की, क्योंकि मैक्स लॉस जो पॉसिबल है विच इज 1800 समथिंग, so that is going to be there. So why should I exit? I will be waiting for 3:30. I will be waiting, not exactly 3:30, but 3 p.m. just to have a closing of the premium, because no doubt, because of OTMness of the option, it will gonna close on zero only. But let's see how this turns out to be. Opening this up, market name, buying side का move okay. Let me add the premiums that I have sold. So this is what the premium looks like. Because the only problem here becomes is the monthly expiry, and the position is already running a negative zone. Because the theta that in this position is very high, and if the momentum does not happen towards negative side, then it will be problematic for us only. Let me see if I adding some at the money call and put options. So put options are falling crazy. There is no sign of increment there. Here is a possible support it put, but I don't think that is going to be working at this point. Look, the decay should be साइन ऑफ पॉजिटिवनेस, बट क्योंकि देखो यहाँ पर मैंने एक जो स्प्रेड क्रिएट किया है उसमें हमारा जो नेट है वो नेट में हम लोग डेबिट में है, राइट। सो नेट में डेबिट में प्रॉफिटेबल होने के लिए मार्केट शुड शो सम सॉर्ट ऑफ बाइंग साइड, मतलब ऑप्शन बाइंग का जो लेग है उसमें हमें सम सॉर्ट ऑफ प्रॉफिट दिखना चाहिए, और उसमें हमें पॉजिटिविटी दिखनी चाहिए, सो दैट वी कैन प्रोबेबली गेट सम बेनिफिट आउट ऑफ इट। अदरवाइज ये डीके में ये तो चला जाएगा, राइट। इसमें तो डीके के कारण चला जाएगा, ये जीरो हो जाएगा, ये भी जीरो हो जाएगा, बट इफ दीज टू बिकम जीरो, इसमें तो डिफरेंस है हमारा। नेट हमारा 25 पॉइंट्स का डेबिट है, राइट। तो 25 पॉइंट्स का डेबिट 8 to 75, इफ यू डू द मैथ्स, then it will turn out to be somewhere close to the maximum loss that we are going to have in this position. तो वही मेरा डर है, राइट। अदर देन दैट देयर इज नो इशू। लेट्स सी how my expectation was turning out to be. I told you there is no above sellers SL available into the market. So the more market will go higher side, it will create a buyer's SL only towards the downside. That is what my expectation is also. No doubt it has tested the high here. So that is just to remove the random sellers over this. But let's see, it will conclude that if once it closes any candle above this particular line, which is 880, उसके ऊपर अगर कोई भी क्लोजिंग होती है then it will be confirmed that market is not going to be bearish today. No doubt there is some sort of buying is visible here, but it is not going to sustain right now as per the candle. The call option has shown a put rejection from higher side. So that means there is a possibility of SLs getting placed over this, which is a bad sign for us. The problem here, what become is the position that we are in has turned this premium into very OTM, far OTM premium, right? So to get a move in this particular premium is very less chanceable. So that's what making me trouble here. Otherwise, this premium has potential to become zero, right? There is no issue in that. But if this premium becomes zero without giving us the target, because there is very less chance of this getting into turning into targets. But because you think, right, this premium has, mm, I let me show you 24,800 premium. What is the delta of that? If you look at this, 24,800. So this is the premium and the put option. This is the delta, which is 0.41, right? So उस डेल्टा में हमें पुट में एक शार्प मूव चाहिए होगा so that market will go into okay. So this is what type of move I am expecting, right? The move should be sharp enough. उसमें हमें थोड़ा सा ट्रबल से बच जाएंगे हम लोग, right? Because the OTM will start reacting, right? This is the slight OTM and it will start reacting, which will ensure our profit. So let's see how this turns out to be. I should be relaxed today because there is no option buying position I'm going to create right now into this market. It's just that I have to manage the option selling leg. Let's see, I'm expecting a gap fill here, but this should happen very fast. Otherwise, the expiry factor will come in. I have thought of this also, right? I have thought of this exact scenario कि market open होते ही एक buying side का move दिखाएगा, उसमें हमें टेस्ट करने की कोशिश करेगा. And this is what the market is doing right now. अगर उसमें मैं बच गया, then I will be having some decided amount of profits into this position. I thought this exact scenario, and this is what happening into the market, right? Look, the option is increasing. It is when we are looking forward, it is somewhere close to 30, 41 or to 38. तो उसमें उससे फिर यहाँ तक का move. This is what happens in the uh, monthly expiry, right? The volatility is pretty high. Let's see how this turns out to be because it has done the breakdown of 800. I am not thinking that it will smoothly go like this, but eventually it will go towards downside. This is what my expectations look like. Let's see how this turns out to be. I'll be updating you if any minor thing happens also. Right. So if you look at CPR also, there is it is slightly onto the downside only. Let's see how this turns out to be because we are going to get benefit out of this position once market come below 750. Once that happens, we will be getting benefit out of this selling leg, this option selling position. Although you can say this trade, right? So let's see. wait for the market. Just in the I'm just hoping that market should not do any kind of volatile move. Volatile means a choppy kind of move. Look, there is a kind of hammer formed in 1 minute, so probably this could turn out to be again negative. So let's wait, and I will be updating you about this. So here one concerning part because is market has shown some rejection around 800 and it has shown 799 two times. That means a clear sellers accumulation happening over this area, which will be problematic. But let's see, I'm expecting eventually this to become because it can't take support at exactly 800 and go like this. There is a very less probability of this going straight away from 24,800. So I'm waiting for that only. But Bank Nifty has already broken down 500, and there is a high chance that Bank Nifty will come down below 500. This is a slightly biased opinion because there is no as such sign of this turning out to be negative. But if you look at the option prices, it has 499. It has broken 500, and it has shown support from above, right? So if this turns out to be negative only, right? So then only we can get benefit out of this. Otherwise, will be not. Because the more it will stay above 800, the lesser the probability of we getting anything out of this position is. One psychology where comes in here is wherever market show will show some sort of bullishness, retailers will start buying there. It will be a problematic scenario for them only because here market will get some liquidity below downside also. No doubt here there is upper side liquidity also, but if you think that market will that people will sell over this and place like this, place and hold the positions, I think there is very less probability of that. No doubt there will be, but in the buying trend, the chances of getting liquidity below or downside is higher than the higher side, right? So let's see how this comes out to be. The way it has shown rejection is insane, right? So this kind of rejection happens on multi-day expiry. So let's see, because it has turned some sort of buyers into negative scenario here. Look, one thing that is keeping running inside my mind is this should selling should be always fast. If this doesn't come fast, then it will be more likely create some sort of buyers and it will eventually go higher only. That is what making me thinking about. And this is how the options look like. Just call it this put buying leg should get its value higher. Otherwise, we will be not getting any kind of uh, penny out of it. Look, put option buyers will can't uh, hold this position today because if someone would be selling here, he would be getting fear out of this कि 800 पे support ले गया and क्या करूँ अभी. And put option buyers also can't hold this position today because of the expiry factor. So that's why we are into a better scenario here because we are hedged the positions. Right? We can't get so hurt if the market doesn't go in our direction. So that's the benefit of hedging. So let's say there is a crucial CPR at this point. The breakdown should happen fast. If this would be a net credit strategy, then I will be not having any kind of fear. Means if I am if this would be beer call strategy also, then there also I'll be having some sort of benefit out of this position. But here only the problems come is if this turns out to be similar scenario till the end of the expiry, means if market does not come below 750 or 700, then it will be problematic for the overall scenario of the market, because in the net we are getting debited from the market, debited to the option sellers, right? So that's what, because this is a slight aggressive position. If you think if I would be moderately aggressive into this option, then I will be selling this call option, and for the hedge purpose, I would be buying this call option, which is little bit OPM, and thinking and will have thought that the upper market will stay sideways or go below this. On that scenario, we'll be getting some sort of premium out of this. But right now we are not. So let's see if market turns out to be negative only, then only we can conclude anything. Let's see how this turns out to be. So if I thought about buying this option right here, because I'm thinking from a perspective of option buyer. If, if I would have bought this option here, I would be selling this at placing the target here close to, I am getting what, somewhere close to 70 points in option buy, which is fair enough. But we have decided something, so we will be sticking to that plan only. The more it will stay above 800, the more I will be getting fear out of this position. And the way it has shown rejection from downside, the most probably it will break this. So it has taken resistance from 800 first, 24 800 first. Then after it has done the breakout here, which is problematic because it will ruin the premium only. So my expectation would be this should turn out to be a bluff, because here if you think from a buyer's perspective, if you buy like here, if you buy at this point, your stop loss will be more likely on the downside. And this will be a very obvious thing that random people will buy at this point. I don't think they should get continued, but if gets continued, then it will be. You can't say anything about it, right? So same in Bank Nifty, but Bank Nifty is being more lucrative here because it has, firstly, it has done the breakout of, or taken the resistance from 500, and after that is showing breakout of that particular 500. But what I think is, if the breakout happens also, right, in Bank Nifty, more number of buyers will come, and the buyers who have bought looking at the W pattern will be sitting easily. So I don't think that would happen in Bank Nifty. So as per my view, Bank Nifty is looking good as per as per our position, but Nifty has done the breakout, and most probably it will give us a dent only. The difference between these two premiums is close to 10 points right now. So thereafter resulting in somewhere close to 750 amount. So the problem here becomes is, if they both expire zero, then also it will be problematic because we are in a net debit. So let's see how this turns out to be. We should not be panicking, because these kind of high breakout moves will definitely come in the monthly expiry session. That is something should be digestible by you. Let's see how this turns out to be. This is how the move looks like after the sudden fall. So the people who have bought this put option right at this point, because looking at the fall, they will be trapped so badly here, and this is what the momentum looks like. Because it is fair enough, it is definitely onto the mark that on monthly expiries, these are the things that are going to be there. So you need to be prepared for that. And right now, this is what the running position looks like. So basically, what it does is if market stays within this particular range or within this particular area, then only we can get benefit out of this position. So let's see. I am not expecting very upside momentum from here, but let's see. Market should stay a little bit sideways here. This is what expected. So on this particular 5 minute thing, on 15 minute it has been looking good, but I'm not expecting this to state recovering all the removing all the sellers out there into the market. And let's see. I think in the next 2 minutes it should turn to be negative. So the more it will show rejection, the more it will be problematic. Other than that, if market shows rejection from the downside, then only it can sustain. Otherwise, it will be a sharp recovery. So let's see how this turns to be. So this time the option buying leg is showing such a negative scenario, and the option selling leg is giving what the profit right now. Let's see if this turns out to be like this only, then it will be very problematic for us, and we have to take exit at any point, because the way it is showing positivity here is insane. Look, this is what the fear of an option seller is. That is the only reason that that why I hate option selling. Because I think I have to exit because there is no point of waiting this to turn negative again. The low, which is very important, it has broken that, and after that showing some sort of positivity. And this is not small one. There is a high chance that random people will start buying in this particular area, and because of the monthly expiry, they will be getting benefit out of it. If this candle does not reverse, then we have to think of booking. Other than that, we can hold this. Our break even in this position is right now at 775. So market is below that only. Definitely, there will be short positions created over this. But concerning part here becomes is if market do like this straight line movement, then in this particular move only they will be started exiting. Like the option sellers who will be selling naked option or something like close options, at the money options, they will be getting out of the market, and this should reverse. But market is not running on what my expectation is. So basically, what I am thinking right now is uh, at any point we have to think of booking. Otherwise, we will be facing a trouble if market again reverses. Because although we are expecting, our expectation is good into the market, but still, if the uh, momentum is not into your direction, then you will be facing trouble in itself. Because if you can see here, the call option right now is showing so much of decay that from 112 to it has reached to 76. Thanks to the put option that is showing, that is melting right now, so that we are seeing some sort of profit in this position. If this again turns out to be rejection, then I have to exit at this point. Let's see what this looks like. In this position, we have seen somewhere close to 1400 of profit, but that's not enough. I told you I will be booking when it comes to 1600. So let's see how this goes. So here I will be planning to book the trade because it has given us satisfied results here in the PNL itself, and there is 334 rupees of PNL for the remaining year, but I am not expecting any more downside move because I need to close this position before 230 because then gamma spike will happen, and there is a possibility of gamma spike also after that. So I don't want that in my position. That's why I'm exiting this right at this point. So let me place a limit order here. So 43, I think, would be the best option. I have placed that to 43, and this I should place it to. So I've got the orders, and this I think I should be. Let's see, just repeat a minute. Because this is a pure option buying position, so I need to close this at this point only. But I'm just watching this premium how it behaves. I can place a limit of 88. So I have got that successfully also. So successfully we have closed this option selling position right here, and the realized P&L is this much. So let's see how far this goes, and possibly I think it would be resulting in better, but closing this is also important. So here I can see the unrealized P&L, but I will just look till 230 that how it looks like. But this is what the contract note looks like. 60 rupees of premium here I have given, and yesterday there is 60 rupees of premium. So net I am giving to brokerage, giving as a brokerage is 120 rupees, which is if you minus from this, it will be somewhere close to 1300 something, which is close to 2%, close to 1%, close to 1.5%. So this is what the PNL looks like. This here, if you see any amount, this will be the our lost part. Means इसमें जितना भी नेगेटिव चलेगा उतना हम लोग पा सकते थे. ठीक है. That's what it says. So let's see if it turns out to be very negative, then I will be definitely updating you because this means that I have lost this much of money. But I am getting almost close to my target, so why should I wait for more, right? Because waiting is not an issue, but there is a probability of gamma spike happening on 230, right? So before that, we need to close the position, and this is not likely that it will let the 750 put sellers here, call sellers and put sellers chance of getting out of this premium. So we have got a put exit only. If it runs in positive of something, that means this is what we got benefited out of. But let's see, this is first time I am trying the spread to carry forward overnight, and that turned out to be good. If any further observation comes, I will definitely update you. Otherwise, this will be the end of the video. And if you're getting any kind of value from this live trading, live options, selling or hedging, whatever you may say, then make sure that you are subscribing to this channel. Also, keep supporting us. So here is a quick update about the position here. अगर मैंने यहाँ पर book नहीं किया होता, so I'll be losing this much of amount right now because market has turned bullish and slightly bullish, not that much bullish, but it has turned some slightly bullish. And यहाँ पर हो सकता है ये सारी चीजें possible हैं expiry के तुरंत. So if you are getting that much of amount which you have decided, just less than the maximum profit, then you should be happily exiting. Otherwise, you will be losing the profit whatever you have gained, right? So this is what the quick update about this, and hope this will be information. The video is quite
quite lengthy and quite clumsy also. If you are trying to understand it, just watch it again. You will be getting knowledge of everything that I have told right now. And if you see that I can't hold the position after the expiry also, so if I hold this, then there will be margin shortfall coming into my account. So this is what the P&L looks like. And if you look at this also, I'll be losing this much of amount if I would have holding this. So this is what the position looks like. I think it will definitely close below to 750, but more or less it will be very timeful, right? 1 hour left for the market closing, and if in that particular 1 hour, if it does some drastic move, I'll be getting hurt by the PNL itself. So I don't want that. That's why I have exited. Quite interesting position and quite memorable for me also because I have first time holded this overnight. So this is what the position looks like. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure you are hitting the subscribe button.